You're live.
Okay. Okay, I think our zoning appeals meeting's complete, and we were waiting on one other commissioner, but I think Rob's going to be out of town this week, so we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's the Louisville Municipal Planning Commission for Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. First item is to call the order and the roll call, so I'll just do that. Can I roll call? Steve, you're here. Mayor Pugh.
Present.
Rick Fuller.
Present.
Mary Wingo.
Present.
Fran Hatley.
Present.
And Rob is absent. And so we've got officially a quorum. And the first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the July 15, 25 meeting. All those have been submitted by email. I believe everybody had a chance to review those over the weekend or yesterday. I'm going to point out one thing that I noticed in the minutes I'd like to discuss. Under the mayor's report, she pointed out in the minutes about the $250,000 local Parks and Recreational grant that our Recreational Advisory Board was awarded. And I think, Mayor, you also pointed out that that was a matching grant, that the town of Louisville would have to match that. I just wonder if that might be a good point of information that we put in the minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we'll make that note of the revision of the minutes to add that it is a matching grant. Is there anything else in the minutes that anybody noticed that would like to talk about? Yes.
I did on the last page in the adjournment section. It had a second by Gwen Macon. I think that's an error.
Yes, Gwen's no longer with that. So, Steve, do you remember who seconded that motion? I can't remember to adjourn. I think Rick did. If I remember, Rick was on my left. I think Rick's the one that seconded that. You remember, Rick?
I can go back and listen to it.
Okay. So, thank you, Mary, for pointing that out. We'll make sure we get that based on the recording. Anything else in the minutes that need to be discussed or revised?
I did not get an email with these minutes.
You did not. So your attachment didn't include the attachment to the email from Haley that came to all the.
I bet she's got the wrong. I bet she's got .com instead of .net.
Yeah, I did not get that at all.
So you didn't get the agenda or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I apologize for that. So we'll make sure we get that next time.
She probably has .com and
Okay.
.net.
Okay. All right.
Since there's multiple changes to this, obviously don't sign the one that I give you to sign, and we can possibly table it and do it next meeting.
Okay. Approve both this meeting.
I'll make a motion to take it.
Okay. Okay.
To give her time to review it and listen.
Thank you, Steve. Steve's made a motion to table it to their next meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Rick. So any other discussion on that? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Great. We'll do that then. Next item on the agenda is the mayor's report.
Yeah, and I don't really have anything other than we have our town cleanup coming up Labor Day weekend. So
I'm sorry, what was that?
town cleanup and keep.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful
All right.
on the Saturday of Labor Day week.
Okay. Anybody questions for the mayor? All right. Our building officials report, Barry.
Hi. I'd like to introduce everybody to Dan, Owen, and Lauren. I think you guys may have met them in the past, the night they're here. And I'm excited to announce to this board, they are purchasing the property across from the Mercantile on Samples Road. I think you've seen the sign and everything.
Yeah.
They will be providing the community with a produce store, maybe some ice cream and some coffee. Even though the agriculture part of it does not need a zoning change, they will be requesting a zoning change to C1 soon, once it's all legal-like and everything. And I think this is going to be a great addition to the community, and I look forward to watching this development.
Great. Welcome.
Just kidding.
You're welcome to make any comments you want.
We're really excited to do it.
Yeah. Welcome to Louisville. Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you. Love to be here.
They already have a presence. It's
Right.
The farm bus.
Right? Oh, that's right. That's right.
They are the farm bus.
Yeah. Well,
And also another business is my understanding, right?
Yeah. That's right. Well, that's coffee and ice cream. Try to.
We want to make it a community spot for
Yeah.
people of Louisville to be able to come together and eat some ice cream and drink some coffee and buy some produce.
wow. Well, thank you for all your contributions to the town. We appreciate that very much and your investment. Yes.
The next item I have is I'd like to let you know that Patrick O'Hara will be resubmitting his proposed PUD for Louisville Road next meeting. Information provided to committee at a previous date was erroneous. The statement made that the town had never allowed a subdivision or PUD less than 30,000 square feet lots is incorrect. We have two such examples. One's on Trevor Drive and the other one's over here in the other neighborhood. So if you get good facts, you can make good decisions. This was erroneous and it needs to be clarified that we have done that in the past. And I, as the building official, feel that's grounds that he can bring it back to this board for to re-examine that. Okay. I think you should be allowed to resubmit, even if there's only minor changes to it. This board should look at the project with dispassionate, without influence or emotion. On 3 occasions, this town has allowed deviation from the PUD requirements. Trevor, the other subdivision, and Ed Cloud. Listen to what he has to offer and decide what's best for the town. I mean, I think I just want to let you know he's bringing that next meeting. So if you have any questions, obviously Sunshine Law will not allow you to talk amongst each other. You're welcome to query me for information, query him for information, or whatever you need to do. It needs to be heard without bias.
So Barry, let me clarify a little bit.
Yes.
Is that statement in writing we can put in the minutes?
We can. It'll
Okay.
be in the minutes.
Okay.
Official report.
So just to clarify, so the other projects you're referring to,
Yes, sir.
were they approved with exceptions through the planning commission?
Approved for lots below 30,000 square feet. Most of them are 20,400, 20,500. These are 2 subdivisions, 2 city streets. So the statement that we've never done this is wrong. It has been done, and you guys need to know that I think that it was undue influence by that statement.
Yeah.
So we've done it before. Obviously, the third one would be Ed Cloud, where we allowed below the act. He meets the density requirement. He just doesn't meet the PUD requirement. But 3 times we've manipulated the rules and give exception. So why stop now? I don't want anybody to feel that it was a bias. So you'll get to hear it again. All the presentation materials, Jordan and I'll make sure everything that he brings is adequate. Everything that he's responsible to bring to the board for the decision, you guys can make the decision.
Okay.
So just listen to it again and see if there's anything changes, knowing that we have done it in the past.
And
Where were the places? Because I know, did you look at Caroline Courts?
They're up here off of top side. I will get you a copy of the plat.
yeah.
Did you look at Caroline Court? Because I know my dad did that one, and he said it was based on the 30-20-20.
Which one again?
Caroline Court
That's possibly.
off of Old Topside Road.
Mine.
So
What's the road there? Remember?
it's Caroline Court.
Here.
Yes.
Okay. I know there was 2. I just can't remember the other. So. But I'll give you a copy of the subdivision plan and you can see the size of the lots.
And I'm assuming the other projects probably had circumstances to them that were approved under what you're referring to, might have had different circumstances than this request.
Well, it's kind of a similar request. I mean, you're subdividing a lot and creating a plan unit development. Plan unit development regulations are this, but once again, the statement that we never brought anything under 30,000 square feet.
Well, just what I'm remembering, though, just from the conversations of that request, is we had contiguous land. This one here didn't have contiguous land that was part of that request, which is probably different than the others.
The exception to get to that point was the request for contiguous land. There is possibility that the plot that he is utilizing may be an acre bigger.
Okay.
And may be contiguous.
Well, okay. Well, obviously,
Adds to it, that's another
I'm assuming these other ones you're referring to that might have been passed in the past under that probably didn't have that question to them.
I have to look at the overall size of the.
Please do, because that's important. That's important. The other thing is,
I'm not sure about that.
the other thing is, I think the 813 TVA line is another thing that that I'm aware of, at least intentionally went below that. So are these other projects having? Okay. I just think it's important for not only this board needs to understand there are circumstances where it's obviously happened from what you're telling me, but I'm sure there's other content related to that. So we have to kind of weigh that in on all that. We want our residents to have the opportunity under our ordinances to be able to, get things approved that we've done in the past or we feel like acceptable. But at the same time, they're different, right? We've got to make sure each issue's specific. So, okay. Anything else, Barry, on?
I would like to add that the owner of this property, that we denied this to, queried me on what he could do to it and asked me if he could subdivide it into 5 lots of 50,000 each and put rentable duplexes on each one.
Yeah. So,
Other than the subdivision of the property.
So when a property owner asks you about what they can do, you're basically providing them the information of what.
The information right out of the zoning ordinance, and that's
Right.
one that would, you can do a duplex on 50,000 square feet without planning commission approval. All he has to do is subdivide the parcel.
On residential, you mean?
On residential,
Yeah.
yes.
And then it wouldn't go.
A PUD is a commercial type. That's why it has to go before this board.
So it wouldn't go before the DRC.
Residential wouldn't be DRC or nothing. It's just residence.
Yeah.
So you subdivide 100 acres up into so many lots. You got a house on each one of them. As long as it's got road access, the roads are well, the roads are done. It's got egress. They don't go over the easement limitations and all that stuff.
Right. Well, very good. Well, we'll look forward to that request specific then. Anybody have anything for Barry before we move on the agenda? Before we get to the public comments about the agenda items, I want to point out last meeting I came into the meeting not expecting to chair a meeting, so it was kind of interesting to go through that process. This month, I tried to prepare for the meeting, and one of the things I'm excited about on the agenda is, do y'all know Jordan Rockwell, who is basically a planner advisor for the town of Louisville. And after talking to him, I think there's some really important agenda items here tonight that we're going to have a chance to talk about that really define more specifically the roles of the Planning Commission and what we're charged to do. Barry's role as an enforcer and kind of doing the codes, the building and the zoning codes. And then, of course, Jordan's role as an advisor. So I think it's important sometimes to remind ourselves as we get into complex type discussions, kind of our different lanes that we're here to do. So I'm looking forward to having that content and some of the training, especially for those that haven't been here. And for the last couple of years, I've been on the commission for, I guess, 4 years.